5 months ago, we moved to the Philippines thinking it was just going to be a big temporary adventure. But then something shifted and it started feeling like home.
And now it feels like our own neighborhood.
So let's get into what's changed, what we've learned, and answer all of the questions that we've been getting. Okay, so first, the BGC reality.
The BGC bubble.
Reality. Coming into BGC and watching all the videos on YouTube, seeing what it looks like and the lifestyle, it really doesn't show just how premium of a lifestyle it feels here. From the modern infrastructure to the wide open spaces on the sidewalk, the convenience and walkability of everything, it really is a bubble, huh?
Yeah. So my initial impression of BGC or seeing it on YouTube is that it's like the strip in Las Vegas, right? Strip in Vegas is like 3 miles, but it's actually much bigger than that. It's massive. It's a little city within a city.
Right. So you have BGC, you have High Street, and then you have Uptown, and it's all within BGC. From what end to what end, how long would you say that is?
I don't know.
It's a good
amount.
It's a good distance.
Pretty massive. On YouTube, on all the other YouTubes we used to watch, they only covered High Street and Uptown.
Sections,
that's
right.
it. But this is actually a really big
and
city
it is hard to kind of show how large BGC is.
Yeah.
And all of the areas that it covers. After being here for 5 months now, this is just how our life is now. We've been just the way that, we do our grocery shopping and the access to all the food, the activities for the kids, and also now they're going to school, so the walkability to be able to take them to school. It's just becomes a lifestyle for us now.
Yeah, it's not anything. It's just a norm now. It's just it's just a norm, and I think we fully adjusted living here now. 5 months into it, but I would say we're like 95% adjusted to living in the Philippines.
Right, life with toddlers in a condo.
So you guys know we used to live in a regular house with a backyard and a front yard. So having a condo, obviously, the whole yard thing doesn't exist. How do you feel living with two tiny humans in a condo?
It's really great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the amenities. So there's an adult pool. We have a kids pool as well. There's a playroom for the kids, as well as a game room for the adult. There's a lot of things to do. There's a playground for the kids, and that's all comes with the condo. So, you pay your monthly rent and you have access to all these extra amenities. Oh, also, I wanted to address the windows. We get a lot of people saying, be careful of the windows, be careful of the balcony, the kids, and their safety. Definitely understand where that comment is coming from. Not, for us, we've never lived in a high-rise condo before, so it was a concern for us, but the windows don't open all the way.
Yeah.
It
opens like 5 inches. That's it.
Yeah. Definitely no child or pet could fall through that hole, right?
Unless their head is like this big, they can squeeze in.
Not even an infant. Yeah. Maybe a tiny baby pup.
Yeah. So as far as that,
it's not an issue.
Not even an issue at all.
As far as the door that leads to the balcony, it's heavy. It's very, very heavy. The kids at this point can't even push it to open it, but it also has a lock. If it's a concern for you, if you're thinking about moving into a condo, there's a lock on the door. So if that was a concern, just lock it.
Yeah. So granted, that was our thing too, right? Living in a regular house and then moving to a condo. How was that adjustment? For us, it's been obviously a big adjustment, but we actually like it. Like I personally, if we were to stay here 4 or 5 years from now, I don't know if I would get a single family detached home. Maybe a vacation home, maybe like a vacation, home by the beach as to vacation
that's different because that's a different kind of lifestyle.
But not to live in because of the amenities. These condos are built in the best location because you're surrounded by all the amenities. Single family detached is kind of off the beaten path a little bit.
They're more in the suburbs.
Yeah. I never even considered a condo. I was completely against it, to be honest with you. I was like, no way, I'm going to feel trapped. I'm going to feel like 4 walls, right? But that feeling is not even there at all. It's just
It's great.
Yeah, I like it better than living in a single family
I
home.
we love it. We love it. We love it.
Yeah,
We love
yeah,
it.
and get
We love
this,
it.
our trash gets picked up by our front door.
Yeah, we don't even have to deal with trash.
Yeah,
Like
we take it out
amazing.
and it gets picked up because there's no way
Yes.
for us to dump it.
Maintenance. If something goes wrong, there's an issue, we make a phone call to the front desk
Yeah,
and easy peasy it gets
yeah.
taken care of.
There's a guard 24/7 at the front door,
Yes.
so no one can come in at any time. Like people are always being checked to come in.
Uh-huh.
They know our kids, they know us really well.
It just feels very safe.
Yeah, and even if we go on vacation for a week, all we gotta do is lock the door and have no
Yeah,
worries as
no
far as any
worries.
break-ins.
Right. It really takes all of the stress of owning a property here. It takes the stress of maintaining a home here. It's
Yeah.
just it's such a easy breezy way of
Yeah.
life. Okay, so what's our favorite thing and what's our least favorite thing?
Okay, so my favorite thing being here for the past 5 months now is probably there's a lot. Let me name a couple. Number one is we've tried so many different types of food. When you hear comments on the expat groups online, everyone's complaining about there's no food here. There's no variety.
There's no option.
Yeah, I don't know where they live, but they obviously don't live here because we've tried Japanese food, Korean food, Indian food, American food, obviously.
Yeah, Thai, Vietnamese.
We've tried almost every single
everything.
nationality.
Yeah, whatever you have
Yeah.
access to in the U.S.,
Yeah, more
I feel like
access
you
to.
have access to here, if not more.
We've had milk from Australia, New Zealand. We've had peanuts from South Africa. We've had crackers from Europe, from France, Italy.
Yeah, cookies.
So we have way more imports coming from all the other countries that's close and far, like Europe and everything. So we've tried so many different variety of food and snacks in general. So that's one thing that's on top of my list. The other one too is, I guess, more personal to me, is that you feel lighter here. For me, I feel like there's less stress. There's just it feels it's hard to describe it, just lighter, because being in America, I just felt more tense because that's the environment you're in, right? So you adapt to your environment. But when you leave that environment, you don't realize that, oh wow, that environment was actually like heavy, if that makes sense. Hopefully I can like get that across to you guys, but
Yeah.
it feels lighter. Like my shoulders doesn't feel like there's pressure on them.
Well,
So that's
also
the other one.
because you get massages.
Yeah, also too. So, okay, that's a good point. Services here is 10 times cheaper than in America. In America, I didn't get one massage ever because I couldn't afford it. Here, I get it about every 2 weeks. Here, same thing. She's got her nails done because it's just.
And I never got my nails
Yeah.
done in the US. Like the last time I got my nails done is when we got married, and that was in 2016.
Yeah.
2016.
So
Never got my
yeah.
nails done.
So I guess those I'll leave those as my top 3 favorites. What's your
I think
favorite?
my favorite is, and I think that's specific to BGC, the walkability. I think primarily I like it because we're healthier. I feel like I've never moved so much my entire life.
Our steps.
I mean,
a lot
at
of
least
steps.
at least the last like 3-4 years, I feel like this is the most active I've been. Especially since having kids, we mostly stayed indoors. We didn't really go out much because in Vegas, it's extremely hot. It's like extreme weather, extremely hot or extremely cold. And you get like 3 months of beautiful weather where you can like be out and go for walks, go hiking, do all the outdoor activities. But for the most part, we were always indoors. And so I didn't really get out much. I didn't go for walks. I just wasn't active. And now we get to be outside all the time. We get to go for walks all the time. Our everyday routine, walking is built into our routine. And so now I feel good. I feel happier because I'm outside more often. I feel like my mood and just my like perception of life is more positive because I'm out walking around, being active.
Yeah, you want fresh air.
Yeah, it's just like it's nice.
Yeah. I say in the US, we would average 2,000-3,000 steps. Here, your best day of steps is like 18,000 steps.
18,000 steps.
Yeah, and that's like not even trying, not going to the gym or anything.
That's just our daily life. Yeah, just daily life.
So we went from averaging like, let's say 2 to 3 to like 12 to 14,000 steps on a daily. My least favorite. So obviously everything we said is about, oh, BGC is wonderful, it's great. There's rainbows every day, right? Not true, obviously. But I would say my least favorite is just us adapting to things. One thing, for example, is waiting for a vendor to come in to do a job in the house. Well, they say they're gonna be here at 10, and then they're not here, right? So adapting to those little nuances. Um, in other words, there's a line everywhere you go. Literally a line everywhere you go. In the U.S., oh, that would drive me nuts, right? I would just go like, I'm about to shake people in the head.
Yeah.
But here, slowly adjusting and slowing down our lives, I'm not as irritated anymore about it, but I'm still adjusting to it because it's still annoying having to wait in line, and people here take their time on everything, which is actually great because you should live life like that, not in a rush. But in America, we're all about boom, 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 right? Everything's a rush. Everything that there's a schedule, there's an appointment, where bam, bam, bam.
Yeah, so you don't have time to like wait around. You don't have time for people to not be on time. There's no time. So everything has to happen at exactly the time it's supposed to happen.
Yeah.
And nothing else could be tolerated or nothing else is acceptable.
Yeah.
So it's just a different way of life here.
If you expect that here, that's
it's
no
not
bueno.
gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
So I would say So I would say that's probably my least favorite is.
Mine are really like they're little things that are just annoying, but it doesn't mean that there's no solutions to them. So one of them is that there's no hot water. So you have to get a hot water heater for essentially every space in the house.
Every bathroom you want hot water.
Yeah, so there's no hot water. And then another thing is I really do miss a dishwasher, right? And also there's no hot water, the faucet.
Well, without getting a water heater. So they don't come with it. You have to get it separate.
So when we wash the dishes, there's no hot water. There's no dishwasher. So it's a little bit challenging washing the dishes properly, I feel like.
Yeah, but we're going to get a water heater in the sink. These are like first world problems.
I know. And that's why I'm saying they're very like small things. Another thing is I still use bottled water to brush my teeth because
we'll do that forever.
I'm still a bit cautious about the quality of the water from the faucet. But do you guys, if you live in BGC, do you guys use faucet water to brush your teeth, wash your vegetables, wash your fruit, or do you guys use bottled water? I'm just curious.
Well, we don't. We have a filter for everything. We have those 5-gallon things to get water.
Yes.
So we have that. So
another annoying thing for me is the bathrooms, the way that they're built.
It's horrible.
Is just the water gets everywhere.
Yeah. Everything gets wet here in Philippines.
It's literally, but it was built that way. That's how the bathrooms are designed, is for the whole bathroom to get wet. So it's a little bit takes adjusting, and then it's humid here, so you really have to dry out the bathrooms and make sure we get a dehumidifier for the bathrooms. But yes, the bathrooms. And one last thing is the bugs.
Yeah, and it's not even a lot of bugs where we are, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of bugs. So I'm still getting used to that as well. But otherwise, those are just small little, they're not my favorite things, but they're not a big deal either. Okay, so enough babbling. Let's go ahead and get into your questions. Okay, so the first question we commonly get asked, is BGC rent worth it? Why not buy?
So BGC rent is the most expensive rent in the Philippines. Buying in the Philippines, doing our numbers, did not make sense whatsoever. It would be probably one of the worst investments you can make for us.
At least in BGC.
Yeah.
Purchasing in BGC just doesn't make sense for us.
Yeah, it just, none of the numbers make sense. And also, too, the quality built here is not very good in our opinion.
I was going to say that, too. Honestly, from what we've seen, looking at all of the properties here, when we were doing our condo shopping, we've realized that the quality of the materials, the craftsmanship, it's just, at least it's not to our standards. There seems to be a lot of issues with the condos. Even just with our personal experience, we've had a couple issues that we've had to address. Just living here for, I don't know how many months. It's been like 5 months.
And it's brand new, by the way. This condo's
brand new. So what we're realizing quickly is that it seems like owning a property, especially like a condo. I don't know about building one
Yeah.
yourself. But owning a condo in BGC, it seems as though it's more of a headache than just going ahead and renting.
Yeah. But if you guys want to give us or gift us a condo, we'll get it. We'll take it.
Okay, so to go back to, is BGC rent worth it?
Oh.
I say it is worth it. After living here for a couple months now, and when we originally got here and we started doing our condo shopping, I remember thinking like, why is it so expensive? Why is the
Yeah.
rent so much here? It's
Yeah.
it's almost ridiculous. But then after a while, after like living here and staying in our Airbnb, we realize how the quality of life you get here is far superior than the quality of life we had in Las
Yeah.
Vegas.
Well, and that's kind of personal because your quality of life will be different from
Different, yeah.
ours. So for our quality of life and our families, it's worth it paying what
It
we pay
is,
for
yes.
now. Which again, we'll tell
So
you at the end.
next question is, will you stay longer than your lease? So we've
Okay.
gotten a couple questions asking, it seems like this is a temporary move. How long do you guys plan on staying here? How long are you guys staying? What's your long-term plan?
So to answer that, we don't know. If you know, let us know. We don't know. So our lease is
Yeah.
for 18 months.
Mhm.
After that, we don't know whether we stay or go.
But okay, so let's
No.
rewind. So I think a lot of the people that have asked that is because on our previous videos preparing for our move to the Philippines, we had decided on moving to the Philippines for a year to a year and a half, right? And we mainly decided that because it was supposed to be a big adventure for us.
Yeah.
It wasn't, the intent wasn't to move to
Yeah.
Philippines permanently. It was really to give our like family like a sense of adventure, just
Yeah.
to give ourselves time as a family, right? Then when we got here, we signed a lease for 18 months. And to be honest, 5 months later, I think 18 months is really too short.
Part of our adventure is not just the Philippines too.
Yeah.
So the Philippines obviously is in Asia, in Southeast Asia, Southeast Asia, and so we want to hit up all the other countries to go visit them.
Yeah.
And 5 months into it, we haven't been to any countries yet.
That's why it's like 18
So-
months just doesn't seem long enough to be able to do all the things we want to
Yeah.
do. Also, we love it here. We really
Yeah.
do. Our quality of life is so much better here. We're happier here. Of course, there's little minor annoyances. Nothing is ever perfect, so don't think that it is.
Yeah, it's not going to be like rainbows again,
Yeah.
like all of a sudden you move here.
Yeah, it's not like you don't have any problems just because you're in a different country, right? You still have problems, you still have annoyances. There's still some level of stress. It's just different kinds.
Yeah.
I guess you'll just have to keep watching to
Yeah.
see what happens. How's the weather compared to Vegas? And then also, there's questions about food safety.
Okay. In Vegas, the weather is dry and hot in the summer. Dry and hot. It's like the oven. You open the oven, bam, that's the weather. In the winter time, for 3 months, it's frigid. It's cold and it's high wind, so it's like really chilly. So it's a lot of wind chills. So for about 6 or 7 months, those are the two weathers we have, and then we get the other few months of just nice and springtime. Compared to here, it's raining. It's rained here
From
70% of the time we've been here.
July. I thought it stopped raining in October, but it's still raining.
It's raining right now as we film.
Yeah.
So it's humid here, but it's a different humidity. Like we have family in Arkansas, the humidity there is not comparable to here because the humidity here is wet humidity. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So for
Versus,
me
like,
personally, it's not that bad as far as the weather. I'll take this weather over
over Vegas.
the summer oven and the chilly winds in Vegas.
So for Vegas, I would say it's like being in an oven, and then for Philippines, it's like being in a sauna. So
Yeah,
it's like,
it's
do you
humid.
want to be dry and hot and like burning? It feels like burning your skin in
Yeah.
Vegas heat.
Yeah.
Or do you want sweaty, sticky skin?
But
and,
also too,
and hot.
it is
It's
humid.
like-
It is humid here, but everything you do, when we walk to a mall,
Yeah.
right? When we walk to a grocery store. I prefer this weather over the dry and the cold.
The Vegas heat was really bad. Although we haven't experienced summer here yet, I still prefer this weather.
Yeah.
to Vegas so far,
Yeah.
but we'll see how summer goes.
Yeah.
Okay, so food safety. So there, we did have an incident where we got food poisoning. It
Yeah.
was like 2 weeks into arriving in
Hmm.
Philippines, and the kids got sick,
Yeah.
and then we got sick
Yeah.
too.
Can't drink the water here, right? So that's what everyone says. Why we have filter, we have bottled water. Food wise, it's tough. So we don't do like the farmers market that they have, like the street food. We don't do that
Street food,
yet
yeah.
because your body has to adjust to that.
Hmm.
So we either regular restaurants, we have regular takeout, but once in a while,
Yeah.
if it's not prepared correctly, you get sick, like we did.
Also,
So
the quality of the water. So when we first got here, the the water delivery services, they're not all the same.
hmm
Some are better quality than others.
yep,
We found that out firsthand. We had um, gotten our water from, well, it was like the first month that we were here, we ordered water from a company, and immediately we drank it, and oh my gosh,
yeah. Let's just say it
it
wasn't good.
it tasted terrible. It didn't taste filtered at all. And so then we moved on to the second company that we have now. The water tastes totally pure.
Yeah,
Like
it's a little better. It's
it's
better for
good.
sure.
But then last month they gave us a really bad batch, and we got sick.
Yeah,
So I think just sourcing good quality water is definitely a challenge. Again, it's not something that you can't get.
hmm
It's trial and error and testing out different companies, but the water is an issue. And then also we learned to any food that's just been sitting out, we don't eat it. It has to be made fresh for us
yeah.
before we eat it until our stomach can adjust. And then again, we use bottled water
For
um,
everything
when we
really.
wash our fruits,
Fruits.
vegetables,
Yeah. What's in our
brush our
coffee right
teeth.
now?
Yeah, everything is
Yeah.
filtered water. So next question is, what about your dog Siopao? So yes, we did bring our dog over to the Philippines. It was about a month later. Unfortunately, her health took a turn. But if you guys are interested in how to, transport your dog to the Philippines, then leave a comment below, and we'll be happy to make a separate video on that topic.
All right, so we have two questions that we're going to answer. It's the ones you guys have been waiting for.
Mhm.
If you guys do want additional questions, let us know, and we can do another Q&A video.
The next one is, what income are you living on here? So we got this question quite a bit about our income, passive income, active income, rental income, all of that. So we'll kind of go over it briefly with you guys. And then if you want more specific information, then we can discuss that further in a future video.
Yeah.
We just have to figure out how to create a video that has all personal, private information while also being able to share it with you guys.
Yeah, because obviously that's our personal information, so
Mhm.
it's kind of like a fine line that we want to tread
Yeah.
because we don't want to disclose all of our information, but
Right.
we'll discuss some right now. So we are actually still working in the U.S. So we own a property management company in Las Vegas. My right hand, which is I've known him forever since like fifth grade, he's helping. He's the one that's on the ground. He's on the ground. So we do that still. So we're actively still managing properties in Las Vegas. Then we have our own properties that we own, and obviously we manage from overseas.
It's about 50-50. So half of it is from our active income, which is our property management business. And then we have semi-passive income, which comes from our rental properties. We started investing in 2009. And we started off in our primary home. Instead of selling it, which, we were in our 20s, I think we were 25 at the time, and we wanted to get a family house. So rather than selling the one we were living in, we decided to rent it out. And at the time, the rent was, our income from that was only like 100 to 200 a month. It wasn't anything significant, nor could we use it to pay for any of our expenses, really. But over time, a decade later, now we're able to fund this lifestyle using our rental income. And for the most part, it does pay for our overhead expenses. If you're thinking about doing something similar to this, it would be the same. It would be just, taking your current property, and if you can make it work where you don't have to sell to be able to fund this move, then consider renting. If you guys have any questions, we've been landlords since, like I said, 2009. So we've done all the things.
Yeah, real estate is
And
what we do for
yes,
a job or on the business and personal side of
right.
things.
And so we've made all the mistakes and we've learned from them. We kind of know all the tips, all the tricks. And so if it's something that you guys are considering doing in the future, or if you're open to potentially renting your property, but you don't know how to go about doing it, just reach out to us, message us,
Yeah.
or, leave a comment below. We can do a video, or you can message us and kind of guide you in the direction that we had taken. Now, another thing that we've been experimenting with is YouTube. We've been filming for YouTube since before we even left the US, just documenting our journey moving and everything like that, in the hopes of being able to monetize and make income from YouTube as another source of income
Yeah,
for
that's
us.
stream of income.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and of course, we don't expect it to be anything significant. The vast majority of our income comes from the two avenues that we talked about, but it's also nice to have different income streams. Also, we sold a lot of our items. That's how we were able to, I think one of the questions we had was, how are you guys able to pay for our furniture and all the things, the cost to actually move here and start from zero? And a lot of that was from selling our items we had. We got rid of our cars. We had a golf cart. We got rid of that and sold it.
We sold the American dream to come to the Philippines.
Yes, we sold a lot,
Yeah.
guys. All the things that we didn't need or that didn't really
Yeah.
have any sentimental value to us, we sold it. Ended up being what funded our move.
So there's upfront costs
Yeah.
to move here. Rough estimate, I would say upfront cost is like what, 20,000?
Is that including our deposit?
Yeah, everything to move in. No, just moving here in general. Tickets, everything. Just rough. Just rough.
Oh, I don't know, because just I would say 5,000 for furniture, maybe a little bit slightly more, 5,000.
Oh, so maybe like what? Yeah, I'll say 20,000.
20 to 30. I mean, if you guys want like an actual itemized amount that it costs to start fresh here and to like furnish a 3-bedroom, the deposit, all of the unexpected things that you might have to pay for, let us know below again, because that might be a video that would be really helpful for you guys. How much do you guys pay for rent?
So we pay. It actually depends, because I'm not sure if you guys followed the currency exchange. So it goes up and down. So when we moved here, it was 57 pesos per US dollar. Now it's at 59 pesos per US dollar. So in theory, our rent has actually gone down. So we were paying about 2,500 on rent. Lately, if you do the conversion, it's like under 2,400 now because of the conversion.
For a 3-bedroom unit, 125.5 square meters, which is roughly around 1,300 square feet. And then all of the amenities that we talked about.
Yeah. I know you guys will say, oh, that's super expensive. That's crazy, blah, blah. I get it. You're right.
It is expensive.
It is expensive.
We're not even going to say it's not. It's expensive. Yes, it's very expensive. There's no excuse.
Yeah.
There's no excuse.
But it works for us because, again, of the location. And you could go a quarter mile down the street for a little bit less.
Yes.
But it's just going to be different.
And that's not to say that there's no 3-bedroom condos here for less. There definitely is.
All right, guys. So we answered a few questions. We probably politicians ourselves out of a couple questions. But again, if you want more detailed questions, please reach out to us. We're pretty we want to be as transparent as we can.
With that said, thanks for watching and subscribe to follow our journey.